Okay, so they're gonna meet Graham at the Virginia hospital, right? And what do you think that the news is going to be? Good or bad? Maybe bad. Probably bad. Because, well, yeah, I mean, if they're having surgery, that means that something was bad, right? Something was wrong, so they had to do it again, or well, not again, they had to do another surgery. Probably completely different from the one they did the last time. And now, do you think that Graham is right now acting like she's only acting that she's happy, or do you think that she really is happy that she's seeing all of them? I think that she really is happy, but right now I still think that she's pretty tired and worried about Dad. Okay, did you think that the hospital, what did you think about the hospital? And really, did you like the one before in San Diego or the hospital here? I think I would have liked the other one because it had a gift shop or couches and palm trees and all those other happy things that they don't have here. And were you surprised when actually he started talking? And do you really think that these hospital people are knowing what they're doing? Definitely. And I think that this is really good. I really do think that their dad is going to recover a lot. And why do you think that Charlie didn't even tell his dad about the Sunday Birds list? I mean, why do you think that Charlie is overwhelmed so quickly? Do you really think that it is an OCD condition, or do you think it's just that he's really nervous about seeing his dad? What do you think? And now, why do you think that Dr. Spielman is actually going to fix Dad up, or do you think that Charlie's dad is forever going to be a little there's still gonna be marks and traces of his injury, or do you think that in only a few years when the scars have healed over, he's gonna be the same as when he was before his injury, his accident? Well, not completely the same. Yeah, he's gonna have a few bad scars, I guess. Maybe part of his face is going to be a little damaged, But I really do think that his personality and his speech and most of the scars and wounds would have healed over by then. And I think that he's still gonna be pretty okay. And then, did you think that that the mourning dove, were you surprised that it came right then? Just right at that moment it came? Do you think that was a coincidence? A little more of that fate that's sort of, in my opinion, going around on this trip. And actually, look, on Strange Birds there was a mourning dove, so that was probably why there was a mourning dove, right? So if you see any pictures of the birds, that probably means that in that section they're gonna see that type of bird, right? And do you really think that the mourning dove should have come to mourn, or do you think that it shouldn't have come? It shouldn't. Dad was alive, and now it's mourning. It's thinking, man, Charlie's dad has no chance in surviving whatsoever. Well, I guess I'm gonna just mourn right now. Mourn, mourn, mourn. Of course, birds don't actually mourn, but, well, maybe they do, but not for humans, I guess, because humans do kill a lot of birds. They made lots of bird species go extinct, and also humans are right now making the habitats where the birds live, poof, invisible, into nothing, zilch, nada, right? So actually, we're humans. They're never gonna mourn for us, unless we actually repay them everything, and they, with guns, can shoot down some humans, because we did the same thing. Though not some birds, a lot of birds. But anyway, let's not talk about that. Point is, I don't think that dove was mourning. So, and if you had been Charlie, would you have been happy to see that dove? Well, I really like birds, and if I had seen that bird right there, I would have still felt pretty happy that that bird was there looking on. I mean, even if it wasn't really, I think that you understand. And do you really think that that it's a good time to play video games? Well, if it calms people down, I mean, like Joel and Jake, it sort of makes them happy at least. They should do it, to just be happy again, and not let that worry go away. But still, they should make it quieter, and they should sort of. I mean, like it's like saying when you're trying to relax when you're really worried, somebody's really annoying you. It's like that. So they should sort of not be like screaming and jumping around. That's gonna be annoying to all people. And so, I have a question. What if you? Charlie described what they were gonna do. They're gonna drill inside the head, where it's swollen and fix a small spot. I mean, that sort of just made me a little squeamish. I was like, oh my, I think I'm going to throw up. And do you think that you could ever be a surgeon? Never. I could never be a surgeon. Now, do you think that Charlie is going to be able to stand the waiting? Would you be able to stand the waiting, or would you just be like, I can't, and would you be like running? Like you would be like, oh no, I can't stand it, I can't stand it, and would you be running away, like from everything? I don't think I would have been able to stand it well. I mean, if I could, I would feel like I was going to explode. And do you think that Graham Graham likes Dr. Steelman? What do you think about that? And now, what do you think that cutting motion means? Do you think that means there's a problem? I mean, like... And then after that, Graham is putting her face in her hands and her shoulders or something forward, and she's like shaking. What does that mostly mean? Dun 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 dun, right? It's like she's sobbing because something really, really bad happened. And then Charlie just rumble. Because his feet begins to rumble and he runs. Have you ever had that experience before? No, I can control my feet. I mean, Charlie, I think that he has sort of a hard time controlling them, but at times, I control them well. I mean, like, if I'm not gonna run, I don't run. I'm like, even if I really, really do want to run. And I was surprised that Charlie ran in 5th grade, and he was still saying that he was like little, because if you think about it, 12th grade, it was actually only 2 years ago when he was in 5th grade. So I was surprised that he still referred to that time as little. Though I guess that 2 years ago when I was in 3rd grade, I still refer to myself as little, but still. And now, do you think that Charlie, when he was just running and running, do you think that he should have ran? No, I don't think so. And now, do you think that Charlie is going to stand this pressure? And do you think that he's ever going to come back? Well, of course, I think that he's going to come back. But when do you think he's going to come back? And where do you think that he's going? I know. Sanctuary Marsh. That is where he is trying to go to. Because Sanctuary Marsh, he can finally really have peace. And he can have more of a peaceful, quiet time, maybe with Tiberius Shaw. And with Tiberius Shaw, well, let's just say that he's going to relax a lot and he'll be ready again to go to the hospital to face what happened. And do you think that, and how do you sort of relax? Have you ever been so shaken up you have to relax a little before you can face the truth? Well, mostly it's like this. When I get shaken up like this, I'm like, stop. Like I have to wait like 10 minutes, and then after that I'm totally okay. I don't really have to do anything though. It calms me down if I do something. I don't know, reading is really calming down. That's one thing. Maybe writing, stuff like that. Well, anyway, surprising thing is we've already finished this section because actually this section was pretty short compared to the others. So Strange Birds was only from page 264 to 285. When I just want to show you this, when like Ducks and Eagles, with the bald eagle, that was page 188, and then all the way to 212. Here's another example. The fossils and firebirds, that's 139, and then all the way to 162. So even though this part was sort of short, I really thought that this part really had a lot of feeling and strongness. Now we only have one section to go, and though that section might be the best section for some people, we've already talked and read about, about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of the 10 parts, sections. So let's just see, what was your favorite part so far? That's hard. I like the Hall of Birds. I really like that. Or I really liked GHOs. GHOs was cool. Yeah, I'll just say that. But Rare Birds might actually be fun. And I have to say, I have read ahead here. In Rare Birds, I think that's an awesome part. So you're going to enjoy the last section of the Sunday Birds. I'm just going to talk about the last questions. And because I am so excited for the next part, I think I'm just going to talk about Rare Birds right after I finish this video. So I'm just going to do 2 in one day, which is fun for me. Okay, last questions. What was your favorite part in this section? Your favorite part of the whole book so far? In this section, my favorite part was probably when McGlinty. I thought that with McGlinty in the Revolutionary War, that was probably the best because it was pretty funny. And the other parts, they're just too serious and scary for me. I mean, this part was pretty short, so that was the best part I could think about. And in the whole book so far, either the GHOs, the Wisconsin duck, right, or when they spotted the bald eagle, or the Hall of Birds. Okay, now, what was your favorite character and your least favorite character? My favorite character is going to be, of course, and I'm pretty sure that you all know what I'm gonna say, Charlie. And my least favorite character, if you think about it, there are actually no enemies. But I mean, look, Charlie, Davis. Well, Davis is a little annoying, but not that much, right? The twins, they're just okay, right? Ludmila's great. Amar, awesome. Though he actually doesn't make an appearance in the story except for the stories that Ludmila tells and also in that video. But still, I count him as a character. There's Graham, Dr. Spielman. He's actually a great guy for helping Dad. And then Dad himself, and the mom, and everybody else. I mean, they're all pretty good, great. The only bad guy I can really think about is Jonathan Dylan Daniels, who played a minor role. But still, I thought he was pretty important. Because he was the guy who crashed. He was the guy who stopped the running away, which, I mean, he didn't try to do it. I'm not going to give him credit for it, but if that hadn't stopped, who knows? Maybe Davis and Jonathan Dylan Daniels would, and Charlie stuck, with them, and Joel and Jake will be somewhere in Brazil because Jonathan Dylan Daniels clearly doesn't know how to drive well. So he's probably going to be like, that way is to Canada. South, if you go south, that's Canada. If you go north, it's Mexico. If you go east, it's the Pacific. If you go west, it is Florida. And if you go, and the place you're standing right now is the Antarctic. That's what it says on the map. Look. And they're probably gonna end up somewhere where, where they don't even know the language, where they don't have any money, and where they're gonna be totally found, and they're gonna either get arrested, like Jonathan Dylan Daniels, for example, or they're gonna get found out and get chewed out by their moms and dads. So either way, it's pretty harsh. So that I think that's good that it didn't happen. Now, how did you like the book so far? We're almost finished, but I still have to say that question because one, it's my favorite question, and two, I don't know. I just like it when you say yes because that makes me happy. Okay, now for predictions. These predictions are going to be, how do you think that Charlie's really going to deal with this? I mean, yeah, he might be going to Sanctuary March. Do you think that he is going to Sanctuary March? Do you think he's going to go to Tiberius Shaw? Do you think that Dad is going to die? Or do you think that he's only a little hurt? And he's going to still recover, but it might take longer. Do you think that Graham is going to recover from the shock, maybe? How do you think that the rest of the family is going to really recover from it? Or do you think that they're actually going to recover? Do you think that Charlie is going to come back? Or do you think that the rest of his family is going to find Charlie first? And here's the really, really confusing thing. The next part, the picture of it is a Carolina parakeet. It's extinct. What do you think that means? Do you think that either Charlie saw this Carolina parakeet, because it is rare birds, the title right here, or do you think that is a stuffed one? It's a stuffed one. It can't be real, but still, the fact that Charlie can cross that out is going to be awesome. I hope that you really, really, really enjoyed these chapters in The Sunday Birds by Sally J. Plough. I'm going to see you guys next time, when we see each other next time, we can just finish the book, and I'll be happy that we finished the book. You'll probably be happy that we finished the book, even though we'll both be pretty sad that we finished an awesome book, because that's good. But also, that means that the thrill of a new story from this isn't gone. I wanted to trick you because always reading it again, it's not new, but you're always gonna love a good book like this, okay? See you guys next time to finish an awesome book.